Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel over here at Broke Boy Gaming. Today's a very special day overall. We decided to start doing movie reviews and TV reviews on our channel. So this is the first of many. I'm accompanied by one of my really good friends, Devin, here today. And since we both have Movie Pass, uh, we decided that this would be a pretty fun little side project, bring some people on and talk about film and TV shows overall. But today we're going to be starting off with something a little unusual, but we went to go see Teen Titans Go to the Movies today. And to both of our surprise, it was a lot better than what I expected. But let's start off. How have you been today, Devin? Pretty good?
Yeah, I've been pretty good. Just a regular Thursday, just hanging out.
Yeah, it's almost that time of the week for sure. It's been a long week. But yeah, this this movie overall, it was packed with a lot of crazy celebrities that I didn't even know that was actually in the movie.
So how are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do like a non-spoiler section and then a spoiler section?
Um, Honestly, we could do whatever to your heart's content. I was purposely just thinking about, yeah. I mean, yeah, we might as well.
We can do like a couple minutes, like a non-spoiler review, and then give a warning, and then go into spoiler stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good enough. But so overall, the movie itself was about the Teen Titans, essentially, mainly just focused on Robin trying to get his own movie because it's kind of like a running joke, but it's actually true that a lot of superheroes in real time are getting their own movies, and the Titans want their own. So it's I have no clue, man. I just I was the first one in the theater thinking that I was like, okay, this was a 9 o'clock showing for me, and I was going to be the only one there. And out of nowhere, Lord and behold, there was like 3 or 4 dudes who came in around my age. And I think there was actually 2 more people that came in right before the movie started. Credits.
What a bro movie! Just hanging out with your bros.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's Teen Titans Go. It's not, the original, excuse me, cartoon that we're used to. But overall, I don't even know. Like, I mean, Nicolas Cage was Superman. My gosh, there was
Which was very funny for multiple reasons.
oh, he finally got to play.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Nicolas Cage was originally cast to be Superman in a Superman movie, but things fell through and he wasn't able to. But he really wants to be Superman, so he finally was able to.
Like, it was wow. I mean, Will Arnett, he played Slade. You had a little nice Stan Lee appearance there as well, which is kind of cool. More than a few times. Um, but who played?
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that.
And Jimmy Kimmel was Batman. That really blew my mind.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I didn't like about the movie. Batman said like one thing, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it was Stan Lee as Stan Lee.
So the weird thing about Batman is that he's usually voiced by Will Arnett, but he was doing Slade for this movie, which was kind of strange.
Yeah, and Will Wheaton was the Flash, which I didn't really know. That was actually kind of random. And I believe all the Titans themselves were played as the original voices from the TV show.
I think so.
I mean, obviously from Teen Titans Go, but I guess I was referring more to the actual Teen Titans, the one that we grew up with. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a great movie. A lot of heart and just a lot of jokes.
It's very self-aware, very meta humor if you're into that kind of stuff. Yeah. Also had a fair amount of low-hanging fruit humor, like a lot of potty jokes. Just
oh yeah,
isn't amazing,
I mean,
but
that's the show's bread and
it's for
butter.
kids. It's for
It's
kids.
definitely for kids. Definitely for
Like
kids.
if I was 12 years old, this might be my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, dare I say it, it's probably one of the best DC movies we've seen in a while, minus Wonder Woman. But she even
And
acknowledged.
yeah, it was one of my favorite parts in the movie is when they took a jab at Batman versus Superman. That was so
Oh my
good.
gosh, that was hysterical, man.
Even DC knows how stupid that movie's ending was.
Even Green Lantern, he's like, they made a Green Lantern movie. We don't talk. I think Green Lantern was voiced by Lil
Lil
Yachty.
Yachty.
Yeah, that was
Weird.
yeah, that was definitely a ball at a left part. I was what? I don't even know. I'm sorry. I just came back from the movies, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day at work, so I'm kind of like on a high. I saw 2 movies within 2 days, so I'm trying to separate from what I saw for another review that we'll be doing later on. But yeah, I think my favorite part. I mean, the ending was pretty funny, but I think my favorite part of the entire movie was when they're facing like the giant like inflatable bubble like balloon guy, and they're playing their theme song. He was like, "Oh, you're
That's
the
one of the things. It's the movie's basically a musical,
oh,
but
for sure."
I thought the songs were actually surprisingly good. Like they were all so catchy.
Yeah, like no one really sucked at singing. Essentially, I mean, I'm
I'm
not
pretty
sure.
sure that one song had Michael Bolton singing. Like
Ooh.
I think that was his voice. One song that was like the pick me up song.
Oh yeah, it might have been. I don't know, man. There was just there was a lot of great stars in this, but the funny part, like, oh, this is Justice League. the the inflatable, I forgot inflatable. I'm just gonna call him inflatable guy. They're like, we're not.
Basically.
Yeah, he's like, we're not Justice League. Oh, you're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. They
What?
had a lot of Marvel jokes, but it was like they weren't making fun of Marvel. They were like respecting Marvel because they know like
Yeah, even Stan Lee, he's like, I don't care. This is a DC movie. Like, I enjoy being, in cameos in movies. I think it's amazing. But my favorite part, definitely during that little back and forth between inflatable guys, when they're playing their theme song, and then the actual Justice League comes in and takes out the monster, and then they're like, "Hey, we're superheroes." They're like talking to Superman, and Superman's like, "You guys haven't like fought any crime or saved the day or anything." And then Cyborg's like, "What about that one time we went to that restaurant, found that good food?" He was like, "You didn't save anyone." He was like, "We saved room for dessert." I thought that was pretty great, honestly. Like, that was probably one of my favorite little jokes of the movie. But it was
I
pretty. Hmm?
I had to say my favorite joke. I don't know if you caught it, but at one point they were talking about Superman. Then they were like, "He's a national treasure." And I was like,
Oh my god!
"Because it's
I don't
Nicolas
think I caught
Cage.
that.
Because Nicolas Cage,
Oh,
national
Nicholas.
treasure." That got me good.
That was, oh my gosh, that was hysterical. I didn't even catch that, honestly. Um, would you go and see it? You probably wouldn't, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. If you were in the situation that I was in when I was supposedly the only person in the theater, I know that when you went, you were surrounded by kids, but would you see this movie again?
Um,
On the small screen.
maybe
Was it better than Justice
it's
League?
not. It's not one of those movies where you're like gonna catch a bunch of things on the second viewing. It's pretty much you get what you get.
Yeah, that's very true. Unlike Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that one again.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. It was great, great writing.
We
But
will be reviewing Sorry to Bother You. That's some point in the next few days. Heads up.
yeah, we have a few more movie reviews to get through. This is kind of just like our test drive. We know a lot of people aren't probably gonna go see this movie. I mean, especially from our little, community. But honestly, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like I mean, I would say even like this was a DC movie, but it was just overall, I thought it was just I think it's what DC needed overall.
Yep.
Honest,
Just
just
didn't take itself too seriously. Like that's what a lot of people complain about in the DCEU is that it's too dark and too edgy.
but they
But
kind
this
of
one,
yeah they kind of actually did that during the Batman v Superman part of the movie when they're like in action. It was like dark and gritty and like the shades were like 10 shades darker and they're like cut and then like it just went back to that bright colorful world that the movie was trying to give off. But yeah, it was a movie of about friendship and what it means to be a hero and where babies come from.
that was pretty funny at the end.
The last thing I was like, oh, they're rolling the credits like right now. He's like, wait. I was like, oh my god. But I guess out of the Teen Titans now, I mean, from the movie that we've seen, like who like I guess who was your favorite? Just I mean, I know everyone was kind of pretty much goofy. I mean, they had the whole Slade thing. I was like, oh no, Slade's the actual movie director herself, and I was like, oh wow, okay. The deception thing was actually kind of weird when I first did it.
Yeah, like they had the plot. The plot progressing was like really obvious what was happening and
Oh
what was gonna
yeah,
happen. But I like how they made fun of that. They were like,
yeah. Raven even like points it out. She was like, yeah, I
yeah,
could have told you that the whole time.
like they made it obvious, but they also made fun of it, so that kind of evens it out.
Oh, absolutely. And then they
But yeah,
kept
my favorite, yeah, I guess Raven was pretty good. Just how she used her portals over and over again.
Portals over and over again. Just oh my gosh, I felt so bad for Robin because they kept like like trolling him like when they went to the when they snuck into the movie premiere for Batman's new movie. The first one was about Alfred. The second one was about I think it was his car. Yeah. And then the third movie.
Utility belt.
The next summer. The coming this summer, Alfred. Coming next summer. Batman's car coming next summer. Utility. And he just gets up there. He's like, oh my gosh. Like it's all about me. But like I wish they kind of would have put Batman in the perspective that like he at least acknowledged
Yeah, I didn't like he didn't do anything. He just sat there the whole time. He only had one line the whole movie. It was just
yeah.
weird that it was all about Robin, but nothing
Yeah,
about
he
Batman
didn't
did nothing.
acknowledge Robin whatsoever. I mean, I guess they kind of did like the little his little dream or whatever, Robin's dream or you know picking up little Robin.
And it
That
was it
was
was
kind of
Lion King. That was
oh
pretty
my
good.
oh my gosh, that's what I was trying to remember. That was the funniest thing I've seen in a movie in a while. I was like, oh my god, no, they didn't. No, they didn't.
They certainly did.
Oh my gosh, that was hysterical. But yeah, I like how like you said, what with the entire like the Marvel jokes in general. Like when they first meet Slade, they're like Deadpool. They're like, what? No, I'm not Deadpool. He's like, nah, I'm pretty sure you're Deadpool. He's like, I'm Slade. Like what? Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird that they called him Slade instead of Deathstroke.
yeah. Because I was actually gonna ask. I totally forgot what his It is true that did a little bit of research that Deathstroke was actually made for Deadpool, but I feel like you see that a lot with these comics.
Yeah,
Overall.
Marvel made Deadpool as like a parody of Deathstroke, and then ended up being better.
Yeah,
Pretty funny.
yeah. I mean, I was looking at a few of these user reviews on IMDb, and I don't know, it's kind of over the board. Metacritic score gave it a 71, which is all right. One user review gave it a 5 out of 10, but saying cartoons were amazing back in my day. Uh, when
Oh yeah,
cable,
if you're like an older person, this is. I mean, I'm willing to bet you're not going to enjoy this.
yeah, okay. Actually, I'll read a review really quick. I'll read a good review and then like a subpar quick review that I found on this app. The really good review, it's titled "Go." The user gave it an 8 out of 10. some dude named Calvin Bow or whatever. But he said, I went in desperately wanting to hate this movie, went out genuinely liking it. It surprised me in how confident it was in execution and how it's turned out way better than the show. Check it out and you might actually be surprised like I was. And I kind of agree with that, to be completely honest. I mean, I've only seen, I mean, the only Teen Titans I've really seen, obviously, was the original show back when we were kids. But when they said they were bringing Teen Titans back, and Teen Titans Go came up, it definitely threw everyone for a loop. But like honestly, it kind of didn't surprise me at the same time because looking back at like what Cartoon Network was when we were kids versus all the shows that that they air now, it doesn't surprise me that they went with this like super hella cartoony look. Um, but let's see. All right, let's just do one 5 out of 10 review from, I can't even spell that whatsoever, but this guy gives it a 5 out of 10. He names it Is There Hope or Is There No Hope? Go at your own risk. He says cartoons were amazing back in my day when cable was the preferred means of entertaining, whether it was the classics of Hanna-Barbera or the modern age 90 cartoons. There was plenty that had, what is he say? 90 cartoons that were plenty that had fight and engaging elements that many modern shows lack. One in particular was Teen Titans, a comic book inspired by television, blah, 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 packed heat. It was exciting. Then came Teen Titans Go, a chibi like watered down version that, that looks sorry, that took all those elements away and replaced them with bathroom humor, true, vomit slaps, and rants of babbling gibberish. Overall, he but well, actually, wow, he actually goes a little bit farther into his likes and the dislikes, but that is a page and a half of something that we're not going to read. So it looks like he had his quips, but I would say, judging from the paragraphs, it was about 50. So
Makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much. Overall, I gave it a 4.0. And then I don't know how that rating system. I don't know, but yeah, sorry, forgive us, guys. We're actually kind of new at this. It's kind of why we wanted to, you know, choose this movie over something else, like Sorry to Bother You or the new Mission Impossible movie that actually just came out today. At the time of this recording, it is Thursday night, but yeah. So I'm trying to think. So I guess this one will just be a little bit shorter than the rest because, I mean, it's kind of late in itself and kind of like a test drive. But what would you give this movie out of 10?
I, I put down my score as anything between 4.20 and 6.9
Oh my god.
because that's the humor required for someone to watch this movie.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe my humor is just a little bit different because, like, I really did enjoy it. Like, I thought I was laughing the entire time, even though there wasn't a lot of people in the theater with me watching it. Like, we all pretty much laughed at the same thing, and it was just like it kind of just reminded me of being a kid again. Honestly, like I really did enjoy it, but
I'll say the one thing I really didn't like is they repeated the same jokes a lot.
oh, for sure.
Like I understand like in a movie you can do a callback to a joke, like that's a really cool thing to do. Like
Yeah.
you can do that once, but they were doing it like 5 or 6 times. Like that joke that Robin had small hands. They probably said that
baby hands.
they probably said
baby
that
legs.
about 10 times throughout the movie, and it was just like, okay,
Yeah.
you already said that.
Yeah, Robin did not like that at all. Note to self. But yeah, like I said, yeah, it was really it was fantastic for what it was. But Before I give my score, would you say this is better than the Justice League?
Um, at what he was trying to accomplish, certainly yes.
Okay,
Just trying to be a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, just a fun little.
yeah, like
little
it was a good time. Something that you didn't really need to pay close attention to because all the jokes and the plot was literally right there in your face. But I would say, you know what? I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a decimal. I'll give it like a 6.8
Okay.
to be fair, because I don't want to sit up here and give it a little bit of a higher score, but like yeah, but between 6.8 between 6.8 and 7, but let's just go with 6.8 overall. But
So yeah, if you are a child, certainly go see it. But if you have children, or if you this is definitely a step up from most children's movies. Like I feel like adults will enjoy this more than the usual children's movie.
oh, absolutely. I mean, with a lot of kids movies nowadays, there's a lot of adult themes. Like, I mean, even with Incredibles in itself, I mean, as the second one, it took like what 15 years to come out, and there's definitely a lot of adult themes within the movie. But
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed. The villain's plot was like exactly the same as Incredibles 2. Like taking
yeah,
over everyone's screens and hypnotizing them.
yeah, it was pretty much Incredibles 1, but it was Helen's turn to take the stage. But so that but overall, like we were saying, it's take your kids to go see it. It's just a great movie if you just want watch some mind-numbing TV.
And there
Honestly.
were a lot of DC references. So if you're a DC fan of any capacity, definitely see it because there's a lot of different characters that you usually wouldn't see.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there was. My God, I mean, the Flash was in it for like a hot second. I I don't know. I can't. I mean, I'm not that much of a DC fan, but it would have been cool to see Static Shock or something like that. A little, quick appearance or something like that. Because I know with the original Static Shock, where Batman makes like an appearance in like a few episodes, and Static Shock's like, "Hey," he's like, "Where's Robin?" And then Batman makes a reference. He's like, he's doing some work with the Teen Titans. So I thought that was kind of cool. But would have been kind of cool to see Static Shock. I mean, I know this is DC. I don't know too many DC heroes. Just point out. I mean, I pretty much know just the stapled ones essentially. No, but yeah, definitely. Go see this movie if you're just looking for a good time and want to turn your brain off for what, an hour and a half in itself.
Yep.
Yeah. You have anything else to say, Devin?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was
Definitely
pretty.
an interesting choice for our first movie review, but
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know that Devin didn't really want to go. Devin did not want to go see this movie. Sorry, Devin.
the trailer did not
The
give it any
trailer is what
justice.
got me. Like, because I was like, oh, okay, like they're gonna do a movie about making their own movie and about how there's all these other superhero movies, which is very very relatable. As I mentioned earlier, and that's kind of what got me. And but yeah, I don't know. But we're just gonna end right here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, it's we're just both kind of tired. We both work full-time jobs, and we kind of just wanted to get this out of the way. Yes, we could have done a little bit more prepping for this, but I promise you, for pretty much every single movie and or TV review that we do further on, we're gonna have a little bit more of like a list or a script to kind of go off of. This is just a movie that me and Devin wanted to, well, mainly actually, I just kind of wanted to cover because we both have movie pass, and why not?
Please sponsor us.
Sponsor. Actually,
Actually,
no.
no, we'll sponsor you because we support you.
Did you
Very.
use Movie Pass today, by the way? Because I couldn't. It's been down for like 4 or 5 hours. It went.
Yeah, I saw it at 4, so I guess it happened after I saw it.
Yeah, because I went like right after work to check in and get my movie ticket, and I don't know why I thought that the theater was gonna be full. Because I mean, but like honestly, you never know. And my movie pass was acting up and it wasn't working, and the lady at the desk had told me, she's like, yeah, it's been down for a while, so I had to actually pay.
Yeah, that happened to me for Ant-Man, but they should. I got a refund from it if you reach out to them to Movie Pass.
I don't think I'm gonna see this movie. Then again, I don't know. I might, maybe one day. But like we said before, thank you for tuning in. We're just very, very tired, as I mentioned before. But don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with a friend. You know, we're kind of new at this. We're normally talking about gaming news or just gaming topics in general, and we figure we want to kind of like branch out a little bit overall. So I think this is really good for us because none of us really like, we play games, but we don't have the money to go out and buy, do all these games. So mainly when there's like a big topic like stirring around the gaming community, that's when we'll do podcasts or just normal videos about said subject itself. But thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, hey.
Yeah, feel free to leave a comment if you've seen the movie. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, and go Teen Titans.